Very few cases have had the attention of Johnny Depp versus Amber Heard, which was tried in Virginia to verdict in Johnny Depp's favor. Now we move to the next phase, and it's pretty obvious from the hiring of lawyers by Amber Heard what her plan is going to be. She hired David Axelrod and J. Ward Brown to represent her. These are individuals that specialize in First Amendment protections, and in fact had successfully defeated Sarah Palin in her lawsuit involving the sloppy publication of the suggestion that her political action committee was somehow connected to the tragic shooting of a congressperson, which was obviously false. But they did prevail. And the fact of the matter is that it's very difficult to prevail in a libel action. So you ask yourself, well, if the Washington Post published what it was that Amber Heard had to say, why weren't they sued? That was a question that could have and should have been asked by Heard's defense attorneys. Similarly, why wasn't the ACLU sued? Well, there's a very particular reason for that. They did not want the money of Jeff Bezos, who owns the Washington Post, to be hiring First Amendment lawyers to be bringing the heat. Instead, Amber Heard did have lawyers, but they were paid for by Travelers Insurance, and they were certainly not the caliber of First Amendment attorneys that you would expect from a case against the Washington Post, or for that matter, the ACLU. And if you look at what happened, rather than being removed to federal court, which it could have done, this case proceeded pretty much as an ugly divorce case of all the salacious details of the verbal, physical, and emotional abuse back and forth, which was not a case that Amber Heard could win. The case she could win and should have won was a very simple one under the defamation standard. In terms of truth, was she ever the victim of domestic abuse at the hands of Johnny Depp? And the answer to that is unequivocally yes. That was the truth. And in terms of how this will go, it's not clear that she's got a clear path to victory. But the fact of the matter is, this was a defamation case, not a case involving emotional distress on his part. And defamation is a much tougher thing to prove, because in addition to proving falsehood, you have to show actual malice. John Belcher, losses of John Belcher, the ongoing saga of Amber Heard and Johnny Depp. Next round, the appeals.